YouTube, what is up? Today we are doing Pickems week 3. Going to start with Americas. I got 3 out of 5 last week, so messed up Sentinels against Lev. Not even mad at that, to be honest. That was just a sick game to watch. Aspas Mania. And Crew against MIBR. Yeah, I messed up here. I underestimated Heat. He played very, very well and should have gone with more recency bias. So yeah, I'm angry at this one. Should have kind of gone with Crew more. And Sentinels. I mean, this was just a fun game, man. I'm not even mad at this one. It was a sick game. Sentinels MIBR. Okay, it's super weak. It's super weak, so we double the amount of games. But I think I'm starting to understand people's map pool. I think I have a better gauge of where teams are. So I'm more confident in this week. So this is where I make up for the potential like average performance in theory in Pickems. Sentinels beat MIBR in a best of 3. That one's fine. Loud against Cloud9. Loud with 2 weeks to be able to sort their stuff out. Ascent, Lotus get reevaluated. Maybe they can make this one. I mean, just change the comp. That's all they got to do. Change some comp. 2 weeks time. Sadak, 100% belief in that. Cloud9 been scraping through a lot of their games. Little bit scared of Oxy taking control of this one, but I just think the Louds, I think they just have the edge in this for sure. Again, 2 weeks off is scary when it's this team. I think that's all they need to change up a lot of maps. Crew against EG. Not sleeping on Crew this time. I'm enjoying Crew a lot. Heat on this kind of secondary entry initiator role. I hadn't seen it. He'd never really played it in officials, but he's looking great. He's fearless. He's clutching out a lot. His util's good. That's the main thing. And him and Kesnet are just fragging very heavy. So yeah, gonna side with Crew on this one against EG. NRG against Lev. That's a hard one. NRG against Lev. Lev beating Sentinels. Aspas dropping a ridiculous amount of kills. I'm going to go with NRG because I just seen so much good stuff from them. Lev obviously in the first week looked a little bit ropey against C9. And I just have to go with what I've seen from NRG. I don't think they've been fully tested yet. Obviously they played against Loud when they came back and didn't even have any practice. But if I look at Furia game the other day, just the calling, that's what I was like, my main thing was like, well, how's the calling going to be? And the calling looks great. Like literally they completely outcalled them. They knew what was going on. They knew what to expect, and the mid-rounding was sick. So yeah, this mixed in with Demon 1 just fragging out heavy. I think I have NRG winning this. And like honestly, Lev can win this just because of Aspas and just how they're playing. I will say as well, the team are setting him up well. But yeah, I'm going to go with NRG. Furia against G2. I can't do anything with Furia at the moment, just from what I've seen. I think G2's map pool isn't the best, so I'm a little bit all over the place in terms of, I mean, they look a little bit all over the place as well in terms of some of their maps. Some of their maps look great, some of their maps not so much. So still going to go with G2 just because I haven't seen good signs from Furia. I need to see some good signs for me to actually click them. 100 Thieves against Cloud9. Damn, this is a big game. 100 Thieves against Cloud9. Oxy. Will Oxy just completely run over them? There's a chance. I'm going to keep up the 100 Thieves faith. I kept it up. It served me well at G2. And I just think they've been looking great. C9 really going to go 0-2. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one that I'm maybe not the most confident with. Let's go for 100 Thieves. I've been backing them so far, and they finally got their first win. Let's see if they can keep the momentum. So yeah, 100 Thieves for this one. Sorry, EMEA. And Vanity for that matter as well. I know you're always on my stream. Okay, Sentinels, EG. Going to be going for Sentinels for this one. I can't see an upset going here with how EG are playing. NRG, MIBR, and last 2, Lev against G2. Got to be Lev from what we're seeing. Crew against Loud. At some of these, I don't want to be cursing this, but some of these look pretty straightforward. This might be a lot closer than we think, but I'm telling you, Loud with 2 weeks should be easy to take this one. Maybe it goes third map. All right, that is my America's Pick'em. Then, what do we got next? EMEA. How do we... Honestly, 3 out of 6 with the madness that went on last week. I'm so fine with that. EMEA, we're doing okay overall. So, 3 out of 50% with what was going on here. Yeah, I'm going to actually take that as a bit of a win. Gentlemates against Fnatic. I think Fnatic should be fine here. Gentlemates now showing a lot of their comps, and a lot of their comps have weaknesses that have been exposed already, and I expect Boaster should Be fine doing that. K-Corp against Na'Vi. K-Corp led me down, to be honest. That play that I saw on Lotus against Foot's no initiator comp, that really made me think that they struggle to mid-round, and maybe they're so set in their ways that they might be readable. And Doombros is very good against that kind of stuff. He kind of he reads into that a lot and has good understanding of potential weaknesses. So I'm expecting Na'Vi to take this one. Na'Vi have been looking alright as well, for sure. So yeah, I'm confident. Well, I'm not too confident with this one, but definitely going to be saying that Na'Vi are favorites here. Team Heretics against BBL. I still liked what BBL did against Koi, even though Koi was a complete disaster. Let me quickly do that while we're on the point. There is no way that Koi beat Fnatic with what I'm watching. BBL against Heretics. Yeah, again, BBL, I think they actually did good against Koi. I like their game plan. I think they should have a good game plan against Heretics, but it's Heretics at the moment. And I think if I'm looking at Heretics, some of their comps are probably the comps that I favor the most in EMEA. I think they have a very good understanding of the meta at the moment, and they have just very good game plans going in from the coaches as well. So, and Mini Boo's just an absolute god. He really is. Foot against Vitality. So this is probably the hardest one to call. Do Foot use their Sage comp again on Lotus? Because Lotus would get picked. I think I'm going to go with Vitality here. I think momentum-wise, this is like what they needed. Their first big win last week against Heretics. That's a big name as well. I think I just like what Vitality are bringing to the table. Again, I kind of like their comps. And Foot's comps. I don't know if the Sage was like a one-off pick on Lotus just because K-Corp can't mid-round. So I'm going to side with Vitality here, but this is straight up 50-50. This is probably the game out of everything I'm not feeling the most confident with, but I do think Vitality have maybe... Man, CNED with freedom. CNED with free. I love how Foot are playing CNED, by the way. Just giving him full freedom is definitely how I think this guy has to play. Okay, I'm still going to go with Vitality, but I might regret this. Liquid against Giants. Liquid looked great up until their defense side is split, and every single time I watch their defense side is split, they are losing games because of it. Giants looked a lot better. Okay, I'm going to go with Liquid. There's a chance this is like the final nail in the coffin for like this split, though, for Liquid if they lose this one. I think this is a lot closer than teams might think because Giants looked so much better last week, especially on Breeze. So... Liquid have been getting rid of Breeze a lot. Okay, I'm gonna stick with this one. I hope I'm not wrong on this. I really do, just for their sake. Okay, let's lock that in. Also, Koi Fnatic. I don't want to go into Koi too much. It's a disaster. What do we got? China. How do we do in China? 4 out of 6. That's not too bad. 4 out of 6. Wolves keep letting me down. I got to get off the Wolves train. I got to get off. I'm getting off the stops here. I'm out of here. Tracer a good team as well, so not too worried about that one. FPX against Nova. Nova have been looking better than I thought, getting some good results, but FPX, weird comps, and it suits them well. All gamers against Billy. Billy should be fine here. JD. Oh man, this one's a close. Can I keep... Okay, I'm seeing improvements with JD Gaming. I'm going to believe in them here. I'm not overly confident, but I'm going to believe in them. Nova against Tai Lu. I mean, Nova should be winning that, I think, these days. Might be a little bit closer, but I've been liking how Nova have been playing, to be honest. Maybe because my expectations were so low. EDG against Titan. I don't know why. I'm so tempted to click this. Like, so tempted. But I'm going to be clicking this. Right? Yeah, let's get that. I think this is relatively straightforward. Let's see it backfire pretty heavy. Okay, last but not least, where is Pacific? Okay, how do we do here? 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8, that's not too bad. T1, yeah, man, I had too much T1 faith, but it saved me here. I'm off the bleed train, man. Holy hell, what did I see today? Crazy. They don't have so much. It looks like they don't have set retakes on some of the stuff that I'm watching on Sunset when they play a comp that is like retake heavy based. It's madness. Gen G against DRX. Going with Gen G, but I'm like, I don't know where to put DRX at the moment. They're looking way better than I thought. DFM against Bleed. I like what I'm seeing from DFM. This will be this will like hopefully will confirm my belief in them if they make this one look relatively alright. The DFM against Bleed, RRQ against GE. So fine with RRQ. Kind of up and down from when I watched them in terms of what I'm going to expect. GE are looking better, but it's still this this firepower issue which I'm talking about. Although I will say Lightning Fast was fragging pretty heavy. Team Secret against Paper X. Fine with Paper X here. I'm actually going to put Paper X for all of them just because they're looking so good recently. Actually, going to say this nice and early. Paper X is my favorite for Shanghai at the moment. Just looks good. I tell you what looks good. Vibes are looking good. Everyone's fragging heavy, but the game plans I'm seeing coming out of Alex as well is very, very good. They're the best people at the moment that I've seen of countering a lot of the KO Gecko comps, especially when I look at Icebox. They're seeing the weaknesses, what part of the map control it, like struggles at, and they're making sure they prioritize that. So I'm impressed by what I'm seeing here in terms of like a lot of the macro stuff, and that backed up with just the mad fraggers. Paper X are in an insanely good spot right now. Definitely one of my favorites. I mean, they are my favorite for Shanghai. Until I see more, I have like them and NRG relatively close, but obviously we'll kind of get more of a clarification going forward. T1 against Talon. Talon dropped the ball really heavy. I don't know what that one is about. And I think T1 got a lot of confidence now that Xcred is calling. So they looked a lot better with a lot of their decisions. Some mad CS calling, like I'm just seeing them on a big buy round, just contact over towards A on Ascent. But I think that kind of stuff works when people are trying to play so to the book. Genji against Zeta. Genji are going to be fine in this one. And DFM against Team Secret. Wow, this is a hard one. This is actually a big decider. I think DFM. Maybe that's just because I kind of want it to happen, just because I'm enjoying how they play. I think their macro's good. The only reason they don't win this is similar to the Gen G game, where it was individual decision making in pressure situations and straight up just fragging power. They need May needs help, basically, is what I'm saying. So yeah, firepower and individual decision making on the defense worries me a little bit. That's why they might lose this. Okay, and we'll lock that one in. I'm feeling this is the most confident I've been feeling out of all of the weeks. So let's come back to this and see. Well, we'll come back to this next week and see how wrong I am for sure. What is the game of the week? What are we most excited for? Is Bleed going to get their first win? Who's going to get their first? Oh, dude, GE have a rough week here as well, man. Who gets their win first, Bleed or GE? That's my question. Who gets their win first, Bleed or GE? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for all of the new subs. Got a lot of new subs recently, so I appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the next video.